Hi, YouTube. I'm Carmen, and I'm here to give you 6 steps to get you through your divorce grief. So, if you're watching this video, that either you or someone that you know is going through a divorce. And I just want to take a quick moment to tell you how sorry I am that you're going through this experience because I know firsthand how painful and exhausting and traumatizing a divorce can be. So, if this is what you're going through, please hang in there. Know that better days will come. In the words of Tony Robbins, he likes to call hard times your personal winter. So think of this as your personal winter. It is a season, it is not the end. But also keep in mind that the steps that you take now and the choices that you make are going to impact you for the rest of your life. So that is why I'm here to help you. And by the way, if any of the things that I mentioned today resonate with you or help you in any way, please leave me a comment below. And also please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button so that you know when I'm uploading new videos. So right now you're probably surrounded by people telling you that time heals all wounds. But what if I tell you that time does not heal all wounds? Because in reality, time lessens this sting, but it is actually your participation and what the things that you do that determine how you will heal. So, step number 1, the first step to healing from grief is face your emotions. There is no way around it. I know that your life has been turned upside down. Your finances, your routines, your family, where you live, everything has changed. Life as you know it no longer exists. And the pain from this can be unbearable. And so it's no wonder why so many people turn to drugs, alcohol, sex, food, just to name a few vices, to try to escape that pain, to try to get away from the reality. But there's no way around it. Remind yourself that once that high is gone, everything will still be there, and you might actually feel worse than you start off. So please just face it head on. Now, the way that I recommend that you start this is by gathering items from your home, whether it's photo albums, pictures, home videos, anything that you have that you share that has sentimental value and a connection to your ex-partner. Gather them, mourn with them, cry with them, allow all of those emotions and feelings to just go through you. Kick, scream, punch a heavy pillow, get it all out of you, but don't live there. So get a timer and each day set it for 30 to 60 minutes a day. Once the timer's up, get up, go for a run, go for a walk, go visit a friend, go to do the food shop, just get out of the house. Each day it will get better because you're releasing, you're not trying to suppress. Remember that what you resist persists. So it's very important that you get all of this out of you. Step number 2, gather your support team. Make sure that you have a group of really good, positive friends around you. That whether it's family, friends, a support group, make sure that you are surrounded by a good support team. Now, if you find yourself alone, like some of my clients, maybe you've moved out of state, out of the country for work or whatever the reason is, don't worry. Google can be your best friend right now. You can search places nearby, support groups. You can go on social media. There's tons of support groups online. Facebook is filled with them. It's such a big difference to know that you're not alone, that there are other people going through similar circumstances. So please check that out. And I also want to add that this might be a good time to cultivate new friendships. So if you're the shy type or you don't know anyone wherever you are, there are many approaches to this. There's one app called Meetup where you can meet people with similar interests, or better yet, try new things. This would be a great time to do this and get yourself out of that funk. Step 3, let go of the past. Now, after about a week or two of holding on and mourning to all those items, time to get rid of them, ditch them. I know it sounds very harsh, but trust me, this is the best way to get you on that starting line to your healing path. Now, obviously, if you have children, you might have things that you might want to hold on to for them in the future. If that's the case, just put them in the box and give it to a trusted friend to hold on to. The same thing with pictures. Put them in a thumb drive and give them to your trusted friend until that time comes. Now, this would be a good time to go through your phone and your computer, delete pictures, texts, and emails, everything that has a sentimental value to your ex. Now, this might be very time consuming and very painful. So I suggest asking a friend for assistance during this step. And that leads me to step number 4, detachment. Now, right now, you're probably still emotionally connected to your ex partner. You're probably repeating stories in your mind, going back and forth about what should have done different, the should have, the could have, and maybe obsessing over their whereabouts. And that's okay. That's part of the process. As a matter of fact, heartbreak, love is very addictive, and heartbreak has been linked, the similarity to what your brain goes through with heartbreak has been linked to drug addict going through withdrawals. So imagine that. And actually, it's serious drugs such as heroin. So much like a drug addict has to go through a rehab to go through the detox and that whole process, you need to detach from your ex. Now, you don't have to go away to a rehab, but you could use a process called no contact. Now, no contact means no contact him whatsoever, no reaching out, no texting, no emailing, no showing up by their work, no saying hi through a friend or trying to go to places where you know they go. Absolutely nothing. It is so crucial that you detach from your ex so that you can put the focus back on you and your healing. And by the way, if you have children together, you absolutely can still do no contact. You can use the court appointed email system that was given to you. You can create your own email for communicating. But I know that there are times when you are going to have to speak. You are going to have to talk on the phone, whether it's about the children or maybe it's a business that you're figuring out what you're going to do with, or your home. If that's the case, make sure that you keep it to the subject at hand. Don't stray into the how are you or how have you been. It is very, very important that you don't go there because it is going to set you back. So, very strict, set boundaries. Make sure that you don't break your own boundaries. And that's a last resort if you have no choice. So, please, very, very important that you detach. Step number 5, learn breathing techniques. Now, the reason why I mention breathing techniques is because it is so easy and so discreet to have this amazing tool. There's something really important about breathing that is going to help you. So, when the we all know there's going to be times when the emotions get the best of you, right? And a lot of times is at the most inappropriate times, like a business meeting. So if you're in the middle of a business meeting, you can't just have a meltdown, right? But you can excuse yourself to the restroom, or you can go outside and do some breathing techniques, because breathing is the easiest way to calm yourself, to center yourself again. And it's again very discreet. I have attached below this video a link to several breathing techniques. Very simple, very quick, very quick. So please check that out. The same thing with meditation. Meditation helps you to balance and calm yourself. So please learn meditation. Um, Finally, last but not least, nurture yourself. Keep in mind that you will heal so much faster if you're able to keep your mind, body, and spirit in sync. Now, there are several ways you can approach this. One is eating right. Now, this doesn't mean you're going to avoid going out to eat with your friends and having some drinks and some pizza. But in general, try to do your best to nurture yourself. So if you keep reminding yourself that a healthy body is conducive to a healthy mind, that will really help. Now, if you're anything like I was and you can't eat at all, please speak to your doctor. It's very imperative that you get help. He can recommend something, maybe even some health shakes to get you some of those nutrients until you are able to eat. Similarly, sleeping. You already know how important sleeping is, but especially during this stressful time in your life, it is crucial that you try to get some sleep, because think of it as when you sleep, it's like your whole body and mind reboot. It's a rebooting for your mind and your body. So it's really important that you take good care of it. That's when you're healing. And if, again, if you're having a difficult time sleeping, speak to your doctor and see if there's anything that can help you with in that respect. I also always recommend getting yourself a really amazing pillow and a sound machine to help. Um, Meditation, again, I'm going to bring up meditation because it is so important and it has been studied so often, and the value of meditation is amazing. Now, just to name a couple of things, it lowers stress, it helps with anxiety, it helps you to focus better, to balance. There's just so many things, so please don't shut your mind to it. Just check out meditation. There's so many ways that you can go about this. If you're one of those people that feels like you can't, there's just too many things going on in your mind and you can't quiet your mind, you can start with a guided meditation. There's some really amazing apps out there and some books that you can check out. Um, Gratitude is another one. This is a really perfect time to cultivate your gratefulness. So grab a journal or a notebook and put it next to your bed. And each night before you go to bed, write 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for. Now, I know it might seem difficult right now because you're under so much stress and mourning and grieving, but trust me, there are always things to be grateful for. I'm grateful for the roof over my head. I'm grateful for my children. I'm grateful for my pet. I'm grateful that I have a job. I'm grateful that for that cup of coffee that I had this morning. I'm grateful for my girlfriend that lent me her ear this morning when I really needed to vent. There isn't, it's nor too small or it's too small or too big. Just focus on it, reach into it, because what it's going to do is it's going to give you some positive energy and it's going to help you to sleep better at night. Now, I know the last thing many people want to worry about is exercising during this stressful time, but exercising actually boosts happiness chemicals into your body, such as endorphins. Now, I can't think of a better time that we can use those endorphins, right? Now, we're not talking about running a 10K or anything like that, but even getting 15 to 30 minutes a day of activity will really change your life, and your body will really thank you for it. So those are my 6 steps to getting through divorce grief. Now, if any of them have helped you, all of them, please give all of them a shot at least. But please leave me a comment. Tell me how you're doing. I would love to hear your story. And also, I have put a link below to this 6 steps more in depth in a tiny little free mini program that you can do whenever you want at any time. It's just the 6 steps, but a lot more information attached. So please check that out. And please check me out in my next video. So don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification button so that you know when I upload more videos regarding these similar topics. So I'll see you next time. Please take care.